Raid Shadow Legends. This is the first video in a series that we'll be doing. This is Mobilegamernerd. This is the first stream. So, what is Raid Shadow Legends? That's kind of where we're at. It's a champion hunting game. You know, you just hunt champions. So, a lot of people say this game is very hard, very pay to win, very difficult to progress in. I don't really agree with that. So, what this series is really going to be, I've played this game before. I've had a few different accounts that I've used, and I've had fun with it. And what I figured out is when I don't care about pulls, I actually tend to like the game more. So what we're doing in this is there's just so we can understand the basics of what we've done here. So these are your shard pulls for Raid Shadow Legends. So you're going to have mystery shards, ancient shards, void shards, and sacred shards. So what we did in this is we've only used mystery shards. I have not pulled any of the other shards. Okay, that means I can only get rare champions basically. So why would I do that? You know, why would I put myself in a handicap? Because you can still play this game and do it without pulling the best champions. Yeah, you might have a little trouble later on in end game, but the point here is that anyone can do this. Free-to-play people can do this, and it takes 30 days at this point to get to where I am at least. And after 30 days, you're going to have a pretty good setup. So that's what we've been doing. Now, if you're new to Raid, then this is all going to look really weird, and you're not going to know what any of this stuff is. So basically what you're going to end up doing is you're going to be playing a campaign. That's the beginning of the game, okay? That's where we're starting, and you're going to have 4 champions that you're going to get to pick, all right? In the beginning, that's your starter champions. Now, we used Kale. He is arguably the best starter champion. So really, it just depends on what you're trying to do. So this is your first big decision in Raid, okay? So I picked Kale, all right? He is a poisoner. Each of the 4 starting champions has pluses and minuses. Kale has the least minuses. All right, the only minus I would give him for what we're trying to do is his A1. And the only reason it's a downside is because it only hits once. So there are dungeons where you're going to need to hit more than once in the Fire Knight Castle. And I've had trouble, let's just say that, depending on which heroes you have at the point when you get there for the quests. So that's the only downside he has, is he can only hit one thing on his A1. Other than that, no other downsides really. He hits 4 times at random with his A3, and it poisons, so he's a good champion for the clan bosses, which I'll go into in a later episode. And then he attacks all enemies, and he can fill his turn meter for each enemy killed. This is an amazing skill for campaign farming, and this is why I've chosen him. All right, so he's one of the first. Now, I would recommend picking him. He's the easiest one to get through content with, and you definitely will not be upset by picking him. All right, second one. We've got, where did she go? I lost her already. Here we go, Elhain. So she's another starting champion. Now, she's really good in the arena. She does insane damage once you build her up, and you would just put grit on her and she just rocks everything. This is actually one of the better skills that she has. So it attacks one enemy and then all enemies. So why is that cool? Because in campaign in the beginning, remember, all of this is for the beginning of the game. We're not talking about, you know, Doom Tower all the way at the end of the game trying to beat stuff in Hydra. We're literally just talking about beginning. This is all for new people, and this is just to get you started. So now if you have a campaign area where you have an enemy that's going to do something that you don't like, all right, something, or an enemy that'll kill everybody, or whatever this annoying monster will do, she'll hit it and then hit it again. Now that's very helpful because you can kill that thing before it does whatever it's supposed to do. All right, especially in the beginning, because you're not going to have ways to control enemies early on. So the best way to do it is just kill it. That's it. Kill that damn thing fast. All right, so that's good for that. And then she has an attack all enemies 2 times as well. So not only is it good because it hits twice, because that's helpful with Fire Knight, but it usually will just kill everything anyway. So this skill is also good for Fire Knight because it hits twice, And then if you get her crit up, then this one also hits twice. So very good for Fire Knight, and very good for Arena. All right. Next, Campaign Farmer, which I honestly would say is the second best starter champion, and everybody's favorite raid character, Golek. If you've ever seen the commercials, you know he's always in them. So he's an amazing campaign farmer, just like Kale. Now, the only difference you have here is that his attack is twice on his A1. Now that's very helpful for Fire Knight. You would think, oh, it's only one more attack. Yeah, 2 times is all you need for Fire Knight. So at least in the beginning, like I said, we're talking about beginning. So the Fire Knight has a shield that you have to hit 5 times in order to get it down. If you have 2 or 3 heroes that have an A1 that attacks 2 times, every single round that shield's going down. All right, so this is very good for that. His Hellraiser attack destroys things, and once you get him mastered out, he's going to be really good. And then you have the attacks 4 times random. This thing's pretty strong. It's really good for when you get down in the arena to the last hero and you really want to kill it. This is what that skill's for. All right, very good secondary champion. And then we've got our final champion, which I'm not going to lie, I don't like her at all. I think she's my least favorite champion. She's very good though. Don't think that just because I don't like her that you can't use her. She's got really good reviews. I've seen her do really well in the arena. I've seen her destroy my team in the arena, and she's really good. She does have the Fire Knight down because she attacks 3 times on her A1, which is amazing, and she does have an all attack, so she can campaign farm. She's just not as efficient, at least in my experience with doing it. And then she has a buff. So those are your 4 starting champions. I would recommend that you pick Kale. Now, what do you do once you have your starter champion picked? You're going to go through a short tutorial where it's going to kind of tell you what to do. And then you're going to go into missions. Now, this is where you are going to be spending most of your time. Essentially, in the beginning of the game, you just want to do these quests. That's it. Nothing else. You're going to follow the quest lines. You're going to make sure you get all the rewards, as you can see. I mean, look, you're going to get gold, you're going to get energy, you're going to get gear, you're going to get potions, you're going to get all kinds of goodies and equipment. You're going to get 300 gems down here for finishing the first set, which you should be able to finish, honestly, in the first 2 days. Maybe 3. I don't really remember. I think I usually finish that right after the noob tournament ends. So you want to finish those quests. Why do you want to finish those quests? For the rewards and mainly the gems. Okay, so as you level and do things in tournaments and all these other things, you're gonna get gems. Your goal in the beginning is to have 800 gems. Why do you need 800 gems? It unlocks your masteries for your starter champion, which we'll get into in a second. Like I said, this video is really just the beginning of this. I'm gonna kind of separate it into little videos so we don't get sidetracked. So you want to do these quests. Then you're gonna have regular quests. These are your daily quests, which I actually just did this for a second with somebody on a different video. So you want to do daily quests, which are all here. All right. And then once you finish all these quests, you can claim the one up here, and then you get the weekly quests, which, as you can see, I'm about to finish. So once I finish, I'll get this, and then you want to do the monthly. Now I just got to 30 days, so I will be getting another 2 shards here as soon as I finish these daily quests. Okay. So you want to be doing daily quests every single day. Not only do you get gems every day, you get experience, you get energy, which is huge, and you get money, and you unlock your weekly and monthly quests as you go. So these have to be done every day. All right, and then you have challenges. These you will kind of do in sync with, not the band in sync, just in sync. You're going to do these in sync with the missions. All right, so there's going to be some quests that will match up with what you're doing. So sometimes it'll say clear, stage 5 of one of the keeps. All right, you might be able to do that with one of the missions that you're on. Okay, champion ones, you're going to be leveling up gear, you're going to be leveling up heroes. Main thing to say here is just don't do anything unless it's a quest. Reason being is because if you do it, it might set you back, especially once you get through the first week. Because when you do the first week, the missions for the dungeons, As you can see, this is open for 9 hours, and then it doesn't reopen again until Thursday, Wednesday, and Sunday here. So these close. So if you do this quest, say you farm this whole thing, and then the next day on Wednesday, the next day on Friday, you get a quest to do the Spirit Keep. You won't be able to do it for a few days, so it's going to set you back. So you kind of want to plan your quests around the first week. In the first week, all of these are open, completely open. You can choose whichever one you want, and it's a very limited time. So the more quests you get done in the beginning, that first week, it's going to really help you out later on because you won't have to sit there and wait 3 days to finish something. And then, go back in here. What else do you want to do in the beginning? So challenges, you want to do quests, and you want to do missions. You want to make sure that you go into the shop and claim your free stuff all the time. Claim this. This is all free. And then you're going to get daily rewards usually. So this is the regular pack. You get some stuff. It's going to change every day what you get. This is the one you want though, because it has energy. Claim that. All right, and then you have to go in here to claim all your stuff. So you can leave this here. See how it says 99 days? If you want to hoard some energy for later when something comes up, then you can collect all this stuff. We just got this 400 energy right here from some kind of error, and 200k. So we've got some energy. This happened to me, I think, now 2 or 3 times. So regularly, you're going to get weird gifts from them, where you're going to get some nice extra energy, which is very good, especially now that clan versus clan just started. So you're going to go through all your quests. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to build Kale. All right. So this is your starter champion. So this video is really going to just be mainly focused on how you begin the game. So you know about the quests, you know about the missions. So what do? So you build him up. So now the first thing you're going to do is you're going to build him up to level 30. How are you going to do that? You're pretty much going to run through the campaign with 2 heroes. Now this is where it gets a little confusing. So when I first started playing this game, I was like, why can't I beat it? Why can't I get 3 stars? It's because you spread out your heroes too much. All right, you really need to just focus on Kale or your other starter champion, whichever one it is. Basically, when you play a level, right here is the important part. If you beat the stage, you get 1 star. If you beat the stage with no losses, you get 2 stars. And here's the kicker, not the kicker. You have to beat it with 2 or fewer champions with no losses. Okay, that's where it gets tough because you can't die, and you have to do it with less champions. So by building just Kale up, all right, you're going to be able to beat these stages very, very easily with just 1 hero. All right, now I use Spirit Host as my second, which I'll get into the heroes in the next video that I use and why. So let me get rid of this filter. We don't need my Vault champions up. So you're going to run through, in the beginning, you're going to have just Kale, and you're going to have, where is she? You're going to have, filter. I'm going to have to bring her back. And you're going to have, oops, we don't want him. You're going to have this lady somewhere here. Where did I put her? Here we go. You're going to have her. So essentially, you're going to take these 2, all right, and you're just going to run it. Now, we're going to back out for a second, go into normal. So this is where you're going to start normal. And you're literally only going to have 2 heroes. Boop. And you're just going to run it. Now, obviously, I'm stronger right now, so this is going to look a lot different than what you're going to see. You're going to be seeing, 100, 500, 1,000 damage. And you're not going to be able to do what I just did there. But you can run through these all, and then you're just going to go next. And you're going to keep it at 2 heroes, even when it opens up. So when you go to stage selection, even when it opens up to 3 heroes, you're going to get rid of these 2. You're going to put her in, and you're going to start. Now, you're going to have no gear. So what do? Well, there's going to be a download free gift. You're going to get a 4-star weapon and a 4-star shield that has an attack boost. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to put that attack after the tutorial ends. You're going to want to put that on Kale. All right, and then you're going to take all the HP gear that you're going to get from the drops from that area, and you just put them on your arrow girl here. Where is she? Where did she go? I lost her. That's right, I forgot she's in my vault. So you're going to put it on her. Okay, and you're just going to run with that. As soon as you beat the first campaign area, so the castle's done. As soon as you do that, you're going to get war priest. All right. So war priest becomes your second hero. So you're going to be using her. You're going to level her and Kale basically. You're going to run with those two. As soon as you beat the first area, you're also going to get 6 artifacts that you can put immediately on Kale. And then the next quest is you level them up to level 4. So you're going to just click on them and you're going to upgrade. You'll see the tutorial. Upgrade the gear to level 4. Do not go higher. All right, literally, do not do anything until the game asks you to do it for a quest, unless you're just really struggling. All right, because one, you don't want to waste silver, and two, you want to make sure you do things that will advance your quests. Okay, so she'll be your next hero. Once you get into chapter 2, you're going to run chapter 2 all the way through. Okay, and then once that's finished, you're going to get the HP gear for your war priest. You're going to put that on her, and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to level them all to 4 probably once that next quest comes up, and then you're going to level them up in the tavern. You're going to be able to use. I don't think I have any right now. Yeah, I have one. You're going to be able to use little brews. We have an upgrade level. See these little brews. You're going to be able to use the brews to level them up. I think you get 4 free ones, so don't use them until it tells you to. All right, and that's just in case you don't get any brews from the daily quest. I mean, not the daily quest, the daily reward chest in the shop. So I think you have to use 2 brews on each of them. So you would use 2 on Kale and 2 on War Priest, and then you'll be leveled up enough to do the next section. Now, as this is going on, you're going to have a few challenges in the artifact section. It's going to ask you to farm 3 of each weapon in every area of the game. That is a great time to bring in some food champions. You can level up the few greens that you have to level 20, and then that'll get you ready to get Kale to 4-star. Okay. Once you have Kale at level 30, and you're going to keep him at level 30 and keep him in your lead. You're never going to take him out. All right, no matter what you do, he's going to be your farmer. So you will always have him, even if he's maxed. You're using him, and then you bring your food champions in, which I will show you. So as you farm, so you'll say this is the level you're farming for your whatever. What are we in? Boots? We'll say. If it tells you, yeah, if it says, hey, farm 5 armors from here, okay? So you would keep him here, and then you would take, you would take your food champions, which right now I will take, let's see, who do we want to take with me? We will take this guy. And you will just farm it with those 2, because you already 3-starred it with the 2 champions. So now you can just level up your little heroes while you farm the gear that you're doing. And if you don't get gear, it's not the end of the world. And you may even get a free champion from farming these levels, which I'll get into in a second. So there you go. You farm it, and now you're leveling up your little food champions, because you're going to use these champions to level up Kale to get him to 4-star. Okay? So do your quests, stage selection. All right. And then once you get, you're pretty much just going to follow the quests all the way up until 4. All right. Once you finish 4, you're going to kind of have a few things that are going to kind of divert you from doing what you need to do. You don't need to continue into here, because you're going to be doing a lot of things with dungeons and a lot of things with the potion keeps. So do all those quests. There's going to be a lot of gear leveling up things that happen before you go into 5. This area is tough in the beginning. So when you first start, it's going to be tough. From this point forward in stage 5, you're not going to worry about stars anymore. All right. So you're only going to get 3 stars using War Priest and your main lead. You're going to get 3 stars in all of these areas, these first 4 areas, very easily. All right. From that point forward, literally all the way through until the end of this area, stars do not matter anymore. All right. You literally just need to beat them, get through them, get the rewards, and that's it. And follow the quest as you do it. You don't need to gun it through these. You're literally just going to keep following the quests, and those quests will lead you to these areas one by one, and that'll be the easiest way to do it. And it's also going to help teach you the game. Okay, so we're in the Bastion. So that's what you're going to do in the beginning, up to 5. All right. Once you get to 5, you're going to want to, as you're doing all these quests, you're going to want to try to find some heroes. All right. You're going to need heroes that you're going to keep and that you're going to level. All right. So the first one you're going to keep for right now is War Priest. All right. She's not amazing. She's not terrible. She's just an average hero. All right. She can heal. She can increase attack, and she can freeze things. So she's not terrible. She's really good when you put her in HP sets in the beginning. You're in that free HP set. I literally just changed to this set recently. I've had her in the HP set, I think, all the way up until last week. So she doesn't die, is basically what the whole thing with her is. Her defense is always good. She just doesn't die. So she's really good for helping you through the first few stages of getting that 3-star. Okay? Second hero you're going to get is you're going to go into, and here's the thing, anyone can do this. You don't, anyone. You don't need to get a random pull or anything like that. You're going to go into Durham Forest, and you can farm this stage right here, stage 3. It's for shields. The reason we do that is because they sell really well. They sell for a lot more money. So you would just farm this, and as you can see in this corner, this tells you the drops. So you can click on them. So she drops, and Greybeard drop. Both heroes are good. Both will help you get through the beginning of the game. All right, so don't think that like Greybeard's not worth it. Now the downside with this is that heroes are on a really rare drop. So it's possible you could do 20, 30, 40 runs without seeing one of these drop. So you can't get disheartened. Now in the beginning of the game, you're going to be leveling. You're going to be getting a lot of energy. So I think by the time you're ready to start farming for these heroes, like once the quests lead you to stage 5, you're probably going to have a lot of energy. I think I had somewhere between 5 and 900 at that point. So these are only 4 energy battles, and every time you level, you're going to get more energy. So that's the good news. So we were looking for her. We'll take him, all right? But we want her. Why do we want her? Because she increases attack by 50% once you ascend her. She will heal, which is amazing as a secondary, because the whole point is you have to run with 2 heroes that don't die. And her healing 50% of her damage, although she doesn't do a lot of damage, that little bit of heal keeps her alive, which is good. And she's got a speed lead, which is very nice. She'll increase the speed of your characters, and she'll remove annoying debuffs. So like when a boss puts a lock skill on you or a stun, immediately you can get rid of that. Okay? So she's the first one you're farming. You're essentially looking for 4 heroes. That's it. That's all you need. 4 heroes, because you're literally just focusing on campaign. So 4 heroes, it could be, she's definitely the one you want. He's the second one if you want. You can farm him. And if you want, these are the other ones you can get. Now, any of these heroes are good. You can. This guy sucks, actually. I'm a liar. He's horrible. I don't like him at all. So if you get him, just use him to level up your Kale. If you get her, she's good to start with. She's got an attack at 3 times random. She's got attack an enemy 2 times, and she's got the decreased speed. But she's good. She's not bad. You're basically looking for blue heroes only right now. And then both heroes in here are good. Valerie you can get, hopefully. She's lucky shot. And Conqueror is very good. Very strong single target damage dealer. So that's where your focus should be in the beginning, is farming those heroes while you do the quests. Okay? Now, once you have those heroes, you're going to get a challenge eventually for the dungeons, which will help you get some potions to ascend your heroes. They're going to be easy ones. You only got to beat like stage 3, and then hit the next one stage 5. So do those. You're going to run those quests and get some potions. And the first thing you'll do after you have whatever heroes you're going to use, if you happen to get some pulls, random hero pulls, you can use Armiger's okay. This Outlander guy is very good. Obviously, she was good. We're not, we ain't hating on her. So these 3 are pretty good greens, and will help you through. There's a few other ones that are okay. We've got, just to kind of give you an idea of what heroes, Zephyr. is a good starting champion if you need somebody, like if you're just not getting the heroes you want and you're just getting upset and you want to move forward. It does happen. You don't want to get stuck too long farming one hero, um, but you're going to be doing that for a while. You can pick Zephyr; she's good. Uh, I honestly wouldn't really pick anyone else at this point. Those are the only ones that are like decent. Dead Crusader is not terrible, but I really don't ever use him. So, and the good news is you don't have to, like, say you choose her. I know a lot of end game players that will use her in Spider and a couple other things, but even if you don't use her, just don't ascend her. If you're not sure of a hero, just don't ascend the hero. That's it. Level them, get them up to 40 at max. That's the highest you're going to go with any hero that you're unsure of, because what you can do later is that level 40 4-star can be upgraded to 5-star and then fed into your other heroes to get Kale up to 60. Okay? So any hero you level that you just don't know if it's somebody you're going to like, just don't ascend them and keep them as food. That's it. So any hero you level is not going to hurt you at all. Literally no hurt at all. Okay? How do you ascend? You go in here, ascend, and then you need these potions. All right? Every hero needs a certain amount of potions to ascend. This is your average. As you can see, I ascended a lot of heroes, so I don't have any potions right now, and I don't ever farm the white ones. I think I only farm them when I get stuck. So, because you get them as drops a lot. So, you ascend them to 3. Why do you send them to 3? Because when you get them to 3, it uses almost every hero unlocks a new skill. All right, so I'll show you what I mean. So when you go to this extra champion that I have here, all right, skills. As soon as you get them to 3, their main skill ascends. So see? So normally it would only fill the turn meter of all allies by 15%. Once you get it to 3, fills the turn meter of all allies by 15% and decreases the turn meter of all enemies. So that's a big change, all right? So on the main heroes that you're going to be using, which one was ascended? I think it was this one. Yeah. So this one, it has an extra 15% chance of inflicting a critical hit. That's what the ascended skill does. So otherwise, it just attacks all enemies. Important ones to know: her skill, the healing, in the beginning only heals one target. All right. Now that it is ascended, it heals everybody. That's obviously a huge bonus for you. And then the big one for our girl, right here, Spirit Horse. It starts at 25%, and then ascended is 50%. This is why you want to get all these heroes that you're using to 3 stars. To 3-star ascend. That's all you care about, is leveling your heroes to 30, getting them ascended, getting Kale to level 40, and just getting some basic gear on these heroes. All right, that's all you need to do. That's the start. And then for artifacts, by the time you have Spirit Host, you're going to want to get her in a shield set. Now, there's one that comes up as you progress through the campaign, and it might be garbage. It might not be garbage. Who the hell knows? You kind of get a random shot at getting good gear. But you're going to want to put her in the shield set. I'll kind of go over that a little bit later as far as why we do certain things once I get into more of the content-driven stuff. This is really just to set you up as far as where you need to start. The only thing that matters on your gear, and it doesn't matter in the beginning, it just matters as you progress. So as you see this gear pop up, start doing it. So the first thing you're going to want, all boots, speed. All right? I can't stress enough how much speed is important. Speed, speed, speed. All right? Always. Doesn't matter what the hero is. There's like maybe 3 heroes that I use that, or either I don't have the gear yet, or I just don't care because they're like a defense champion that I just want them to soak damage. So I might not care so much about speed, but speed is all that matters. All right, speed. For your chests, you're either using attack or defense. That's pretty much the main ones. Very few other champions will I use anything else. All right, and you usually want the percentages. In the beginning, it's not so much a matter. It doesn't really matter. You can use attack just like a regular attack armor. It's fine if it's not a percent. As you get later on, those percentages become more and more efficient. So percent is really what you want, but it's not the end of the world. And then your gloves should almost always be crit rate, unless it's a hero that always crits. So I think there's like a few like that. So crit, speed, and then speed, and then more speed. Even on your gear, you want speed, all right? Now, I'll get into speed tuning a little bit later for your team and why we pick certain heroes that we picked. As you're progressing through the story, once you get to chapter 9, you're going to want War Maiden. So these these 5 heroes right here are all farmable. You can get them for free, okay, and they will help you out a lot. If once you get these guys, and then also, so basically, War Maiden, Kale, Valerie, Conqueror, Spirit Host, and Diabolist. Those are your goals. All right, those are the goal heroes to get. They're going to get you through almost all of the champion things that you need. You're going to get a bunch of free heroes. You can use Greybeard. These are all campaign farmable heroes. You can get Executioner. War Priest is obviously, like I said, she's just given to you. All right, so those are the heroes you want to focus on getting. In the vault, you're going to get. Where is he? This little guy. Where's this little guy? Our little everyone's favorite. Here we go. Him. You're gonna get him for free. Okay. You can level him. He's good for heal, and you can farm this guy. And you can farm. We'll just we'll pull them out. All the ones that I've got that you can farm that can help you. You. I think that's the ones we want. Yes. Move to collection. All right. So let's see what we got. So, Sniper, definitely can use her. Outrider, this guy he's bonkers good. Like, I only don't use him right now because I've been focusing on my main arena team and my main clan boss team. But this guy is bonkers. He does so much damage for a uncommon. It's insane. Like, even at level 40, I'm seeing him out damage some of my main heroes. So definitely a good hero if you want to, bang out content quick. Armiger is, I'm not gonna lie, he's terrible in the beginning, but it becomes eventually one of the best heroes that you can have. So he's worth building, but I wouldn't go too crazy on him to start. You're gonna want to get his skills leveled, and that's about it. Because these guys are easy to level their skills, as you can see. I have him. I haven't really finished yet. I have 2 books left on him. But Outrider I have finished, so see, he's done. He's maxed. And because these guys you get easily, like you'll get them from drops, you'll get them from pulls, you'll get them. They just always drop, so you can fill them pretty quickly. All right. And then you can farm this guy. He's not that great. I wouldn't recommend going crazy on him. The only reason I have him even remotely started is because I farmed that area a lot. Rocktooth, like I said, very good. Templar is farmable. He's really good. Shield Guard is a good campaign farmer. I didn't get into him because he's really good when you build him, but by the time you build him, you'll probably have Kale doing better anyway, and he's more helpful in other areas of the game. So that's basically it. That's the ones you want to pull. All right, so let's get rid of these guys because I get confused with all the heroes that I have right now because there's a lot. All right, so all these guys can go back into the vault. All these other extra heroes, if you're leveling and you don't have any shards or any other heroes to level as food, just level them to 30, and that's it. Leave them in your vault. Any heroes that you pull that are random. All right, I'm trying not to use these guys as much as possible, just so that people who are playing can see that you could do it without pulling anything. All right, literally with just using the heroes that you can farm. So all these heroes farmable and will do everything you need to do. And that's the beginning of the game. So you're essentially looking to get Kale up to level 40. All right, you're looking to get gear, which you get given for free. All right, you're going to be given the attack set, which you're going to use on him and level that up with the quests. And then everyone else, you just kind of throw whatever gear you can. Focus on speed and crit, and attack or defense based on the character that you use. A few mistakes that you can make before I end this video, though, is, see this? It says attack hero. Now, what does that mean? It doesn't always mean this, so make sure you read your skills. When you go into your skills, it says damage is based on attack. So you want to click that. That is what anything he does will be based on attack. Now, when you go to this guy, Greybeard, he's a defense hero. His skills are based on attack here, but little wrench in it. Damage of this is based on defense. So use that to decide what kind of artifacts you give your hero. Okay, that's very important. And then the other mistakes that people can make in the beginning of the game is just leveling gear up to level 16 immediately. Like, don't do that. You're just going to waste your silver. You want to save your silver as much as possible. A few things to note: you're going to want to save your any gear that you get that has an attack percentage on it for the bottom 3 pieces. Okay, so that means boots, armor, and gloves. Anything that has attack percent, literally anything. Just save it because there's quests that you need that for. Um, and then in here, I think the only other thing you can really mess up is nothing. Everything else is pretty much you can't really mess up by leveling up a hero. You can't really mess up by, you know, there's a lot of things you can't really mess up with. Just be careful with your pulls. I wouldn't recommend pulling any of this, even if you're going to pull them, because you want to wait for events. There's going to be events where you can pull these shards and get things, and the heroes that we have here will more than cover what we're going to need to do in the next few videos. All right. So this is just the basic setup. That's it. How to get started and where to go from here now. So the next video, we're going to kind of focus on, I think, maybe we'll focus a little more on gear and see how I got to where I am now with the heroes that I have. All right, so we're going to stop episode 1 now, and thanks for watching.